Let's go. Hey, welcome everybody.
Hey.
I'm here with Joakim and Simon from Mirage Game Studios from Sweden. You might have seen me before on this stream, and you've heard Simon before. Now he's here live.
Yeah, fun to be live on the stream.
With Joakim and
the unknown bearded guy.
To be known.
Yeah.
Right. They're gonna play. They're gonna show off the game for you. I guess few people know more about this game than you two, right?
Yeah. How many hours? How many hours do you think you have logged in the game just for fun?
I don't know, 400 something.
400, yeah.
There you go. I mean, there's probably some community members that will overtake you at some point, right?
Yeah,
some dedicated streamers and
there are a couple of nearing
fans,
it,
but we're not exactly there yet. But yeah, basically, just have fun, show us what you've got, and
yeah, it should be good. Yeah, we'll just start the game from the beginning and show off how it's done. I guess. Yeah. So no pressure. You can
no pressure at all.
And feel free to ask any questions, right?
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on the chat and see if anyone has something special to ask or whatever. So just fire up in the chat and we'll just hang out and play.
Right, you got this. I'll be
right here. I'll be shadowy in the background.
If you hear my voice from the off, that's I'm in the same room, but
cool.
Those two guys got
it's like a live tech support. That's awesome. Cool, thank you. So yeah, I guess we switch to the fancy screen then. That was.
I lowered the music to half.
Yeah.
I noticed the chat was complaining.
Cool. Yeah. So let us know if the music is more right now, and we'll just kick it off. Now for the most difficult bit then, factory name, Mirage. Can we do better than Mirage?
Probably can, right?
Pro Mirage. There we go. Cool.
Alright.
Awesome. So yeah, I thought we could maybe we just go for like I wouldn't call it a speed run. We're not gonna get this game done in like an hour anyway. But maybe if you just go crazy and try to do things as fast as possible, because I mean otherwise you're just not even gonna be close to failing, I guess. You're a bit too good to the game with the game right now. So yeah. So yeah, this is a Little Big Workshop, the factory game on the table. It's been in the making for 3 years now.
Yes.
More like 3 actually. And it's out now, Steam everywhere. So hope you guys enjoy it. Just fire up the chat and let us know what you think, and if you have any questions and so on.
I think we're going to skip the tutorial.
You're gonna go pro right away and skip the tutorial. Yeah. Don't recommend that for any newcomers though. Please do the tutorial. That's always good. So spend a good amount of time on that thing trying to help you guys get started. So cool.
So we are starting out with a woodworking bench because we want to do Crazy Steve's first contract.
Which you know by heart because you know the game.
Yeah, we want some break room stuff.
And sound is good, that's good to hear, so awesome. Right, so do you have like a preferred strat when it comes to starting off like a fresh factory? I noticed you put the break room up by the right side. Is that like a intentional thing, or is just...
It's muscle memory.
Muscle memory.
I've done it so many times now, so I just do it without thinking about it, really. I think that's a pretty bad place, maybe.
Yeah, okay. So right off the bat we're doing the bad things. So off to a good start, but even the pros do weird things, I guess.
And just to tell the players, we have a help section if you want to know more about like all the gameplay features and stuff. We have a list inside here. It's not very fun to actually go in here and look on all the stuffs, but
I don't think that would make for a good stream.
No, but
watch us read the entire manual here. That's quality entertainment. Well, yeah, I'm glad people actually see that and actually read that. There's a few details in there which aren't apparent right away, so always hop in there if you need to see the details or wondering about how exactly something works, because might not be right in your face in the beginning.
Yeah, so we're going to do the Crazy Steve contract, the carved wood gnome. We're going to create this plan. And we are going to link this operation to our woodworking bench.
Schmack.
And then we're going to execute it. So this is the first Crazy Steve contract that we will unlock other contracts.
This might just be the only product we have with one operation, or do we have anything else?
Yeah, exactly.
So take a piece of wood, chop at it, you get a gnome, and voila, product done. It does get quite a bit more complex as you get more into the game later on. Yeah, as time passes. I want to zoom in on that guy a bit because I just love watching them work now and then. And this is a special skill our guys have. They dual wield hammers and saws, you know, like a proper pro. Bam! That's a gnome. Cool.
Can look the other guy will actually start this. Or is it the same? Yeah. It's our main character.
Yeah. This is
called.
This
Oscar Taylor. That's our main guy here.
Our model, by the way, has turned sort of into a mascot for us. So that's one guy we jokingly thought looked a bit like my dad.
Yeah.
So we just went with it, and that's the Peter model these days. It's just a fun little side note.
Right, so we are going to complete this contract and we're going to deliver it, and then we are going to open the global market and see what we can do.
Yeah, so let's just... And a cup of coffee, because coffee is love, coffee is life. Actually, that's a sandwich, sorry. Yeah, coffee is next to it. So hung up on coffee since we designed this game, so, you know, it's a shock whenever they grab something else.
Yeah.
And here's Crazy Steve's own little transport guy with the classic top hat. Yeah. That is top hat, right?
Top hat. Top hat guy. Alright, cool.
Let's see if we have any... What was your inspiration for a Little Big Workshop? So yeah, that's a multi-part question, I guess, but the original inspiration came from... I was here when I made the first pitch, and it came from just enjoying engineering in factories in general, really. I used to work with this sort of thing and used to visualize factories and industrial things, so always thought it was a fun thing to work with, and figured this thing could work as an entertainment game, just not for visualizing a presentation. And there's like an uptick in the tycoon management genre as well, so we thought we'd join it and just try to make this game and take on the challenge from making a tycoon management kind of game, but relatively friendly to beginners as well, which is quick to get into, and then hopefully get hooked on, and then learn more and more as you play along and see all the fun new little nuances and details in the game. Yeah, so that's the inspiration, I guess, or where it came from originally. But then there's a whole team behind it, so that was my original vision, and then everything sort of took off when we put a whole team on it, and everyone joined in and had ideas, and it morphed along the way. But it's still essentially a game about making factories fun, just showing off factories and having fun with factories. That's where it came from.
I'm going to show a neat little thing here that people might not know about.
Pro tips already, cool.
Yeah, so here we are selecting our raw materials for this product, and we can actually combine these.
Okay, do that, even though you...
I can do this, and I can do this. So,
bam!
If I didn't choose anything before, we can actually go back a step. I can actually select this node and delete it.
Yep.
And then we get back here. And now I can actually combine them.
Alright. And if you don't like where the arrows are going, you can just drag out new things for those as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know that I'm going to choose Brightwood for this one. Yeah. Because I see that my target attributes and my current attributes are actually pretty good. But that's the thing, like if you have a big project and I have a lot of raw materials and you know basically how it's going to turn out, you can just combine all the raw material nodes and choose a material for it, and it saves you time basically.
And this one is quite easy to see where things are going, but if you have like several things going on, it might be easy to, or help you if you redraw the lines a bit there. So maybe show that thing too, how you can just add anchors to it and I wanted to go this way, or I want the wood over by the other side, so I can just do that sort of thing. So you can draw your own little plans, so it's easy to see.
Hey.
Now we did sort of jump straight into the whole planning mode and made stuff without actually explaining anything. We just assumed everyone's
knows
familiar
the
with the game. This
Yeah.
is, I mean,
No problem.
cool. But maybe I can give some general pointers on that in just a moment when you bring up the next contract. We can go through what all the things do and so on.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, sure.
Well, yeah, you're now planning a new product and you're buying the necessary machines because that one was red then, I guess?
Yes,
Yep.
we can jump back here.
Yeah.
It says to get the required workstation. So
Making a shelf here, so we need planks, and we're gonna chop the planks into various pieces, and then we're gonna assemble it to a shelf.
Yeah.
Exactly. So the round things are operations, and the square things are parts or stages of the thing, I guess. Yep. Cool.
So
And that one doesn't have any. You don't have that one yet, so it's ready.
yeah. So I already placed it, but I haven't ordered it yet. So this is because this is still red because I haven't ordered the machine.
Yep.
So we are going to do that. I'm thinking already about optimizing this, perhaps. So
You have 2 workstations, so optimizing.
Yeah. But
Cool.
I think I'm going to do it anyway. So we're going to jump into the research and development. This is where we can buy all the funny upgrades.
And we know the game, so we don't read anything. We just go for it. Yeah.
We wrote.
We
the
don't
text.
need no instructions.
So we are going to buy the billboard.
Yep.
This upgrade will help us a bit. So we're going to double click this to get this improvement. And now you see we have a plus sign, a plus icon down there.
So not something new in there, right?
Yeah, so it shows that this is new.
Hmm.
So we're going to place the billboard maybe over here. And then I'm going to buy 1 additional woodworking station.
Okay,
I'm going to place it here. Okay, so I'm not going to place stuff very optimal now. So if you have OCD, please bear with me.
I mean,
We're going
we know you do have it. We've seen the pictures and we love it.
But for now, this is a terrible idea. Maybe I should do that.
Yeah, that's actually kind of good. Yeah, cool. They can just go in there with the piece and then go out through the storage.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
So we are going to.
Let's just do it sort of semi-good and then improve.
Semi-good.
Yeah.
Sounds good
So
to me.
the billboard here. What's the point? Well, why do we get a billboard? What's it good for?
So we are going to divide the workload. We're going to help this by connecting the billboards to machines of the same type. So these 2 machines are the same ones. So we're going to connect that one, and now I'm holding down Shift to additionally connect it to this one. Okay,
Cool.
so now we have these 2 machines connected to the billboard.
Yeah, and you did this as they are actually transporting the stuff.
Yeah.
So you're looking at it like a ghost model of.
Yeah.
There will soon be a billboard here, and you have linked that one.
Yeah. So
That's
they
a
are
neat little thing
working
there.
really hard to get it sorted out.
Cool. So yeah, what that does is it's kind of it helps you group things then. So instead of having to link everything to one station at a time or to sort of tediously click it around all the things and switch queues manually, that billboard is going to send out the work to all the connected stuff instead.
Yeah.
So maybe if we connect the other things, you'll see what happens when we connect the assembly compared to the other things then.
So
A bit of hammering and voila, we have a workstation.
yeah,
Cool.
so we are going to jump right back to the plan.
With the tab key, because we are doing
and now
the pro
you-
shortcut thing.
Now we will notice that this has turned from red to yellow, which means that we own the machine, but we haven't linked it yet. So we're going to link these 2 operations. They are the same type, so I'm holding down Control and then left clicking because I want to link them at the same time.
Yep.
So you can link the same type of operations. You can multi-select basically. So this one and this one. Right-clicking, link operation, and we are going to link it to the billboard.
Yeah, so that's gonna put all the jobs on the billboard, and then the billboard will send things out to anything that's available within its sort of hierarchy or group. Then.
Yeah.
Cool. And the other one was the same as we did before. We just linked the assembly thing to the assembly station, and voila! All the things are checked off. We are ready for production, and you. how cool do you want to be? 10?
10 is always safe. We never know when we're going to run out of storage space, really.
And this has got to be a market thing because you can set the amounts yourself.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. So we have the estimates here. I know the target contract that we actually selected. We have a deliverable state here, so we know that we can actually deliver 34 units to or products to the market.
It's cool that you point this one out too, because we've noticed on stream that some people are actually hop out all the way to the market mode whenever they want to see how many can I make for this, and it's actually available right in here. So you don't have to go all the way to the market button there and then open it up. It's a neat little info thing there. Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm
1K profit for each shelf. That's pretty good for a basic product.
I think it's for all the shelves together.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
But we're going to start it out and see how much space it actually takes up, and if we can expand the storage and make perhaps a bigger order.
Yeah, and we were doing it all by manual labor now, so it's hammers, saws, and blood, sweat, and tears, I guess, for the workers. They're just doing everything by hand right now, which is something we might want to improve on fairly soon.
Yeah. Also, at the same time, I'm thinking about putting some type of decorations inside the room. Perhaps you can explain it a bit while I'm placing out the objects.
I mean the break and the mood and so on?
Yes.
I mean, yeah. So your workers do want to work in a place that's kind of neat and interesting. They don't want to work in a big empty hallway with just machines and noise. So what you can do is you can grab little decorative items, or like we call them mood things, palm trees, carnivorous plants, and then lots of other fun stuff later on. And this helps you mitigate the sort of noise or bad moods of the room. So as you can see now, it's more positive than red.
Yeah,
and if you move it over to like another room, you can see how it affects the whole.
This is
just empty, so
an empty room.
Nothing's going on there.
Yeah.
And the break room is a special one because it's just got the break room stats. So mood is not relevant. Cool.
All right.
Well, yeah, so two fancy plants in the manual workstation room. So is this going to be like a wood room? Do you have like a plan, or is it more like, are we winging it, or are you going pro?
Do I look like a guy with a plan?
Maybe we should.
We will see how this turns out. I will probably make this a woodworking room. Yeah. Or perhaps moving these stations over here later on. And probably have assemblies here because it's much closer to the loading bay.
Yeah, so that's a good point, where now we just have one loading bay and you can get quite far with just one loading bay.
Yeah.
But when it's possible later on, it's always nice to get this flow and having a proper line throughout your factory.
Yeah.
Even if it's the general one for most of your products and not just for a single product line. It's always nice to have this natural step of going from a raw resource to processing and then doing something else, and then assembly and then export. So at least go in like a U shape early on, that can be good. So people aren't crossing each other or mixing stuff all over the place, because that's just a mess to try to keep track of, and it's hard to expand if you have stuff just thrown about everywhere. Speaking of thrown about, this guy is a bit prone to trip over, but we can adjust that later on or amend it a bit.
The funny thing is that usually when I play, I always tend to have these guys actually falling and dropping some of the products when doing the tutorial. So I'm one of the guys who actually buys the anti-slip boots first, because I don't know, if people like.
So not the market prediction, not the cash stuff. You know, the anti-slip boots. That's the thing.
I don't know. Perhaps they don't like me. I have no idea.
Yeah. So that's zoom in. That's got to be a finished shelf. Well, that's a couple of them actually.
Yeah, too.
Yeah.
So I want to. Let's see what we can make.
So now we made it. Our first thing we have. I wouldn't say we have a lot of cash. We still need to up that a bit. So what do you argue now, or what's your thinking when looking for the next thing?
So I know this is a good contract because we have basically the same types of operations, and the material is really cheap.
Yep.
This one, and it looks like it's going to go even higher. So I continue to produce this. I'm not
just
sure,
make more of them, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That's like a doomed product. By the looks of it, the bongo thing.
Yeah.
It's all going down, down.
I'm thinking about perhaps the top.
The orcish multi-tool thing, maybe? It's kind of a rough start for us because there's just one happily recommended thing. So we're putting you to the test right away here. That's good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Again, no pressure.
Yeah, I'm thinking about... Well, we have to earn some money before I actually want to invest to make this. I'm just going to open the plan and see what we can do here.
It's like a quick and rough sketch and see
Yeah.
what kind of cash we work.
Yeah, because we're not committing to anything, so we can actually just plan
yeah.
out and see what we actually can make here. So, and everyone knows that I'm really bad at art stuff, so I'm going to intentionally make this look ugly.
That
Okay,
hurts.
maybe the other way around then.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. Thank you.
So basically, I only knew
Green and red, the things that we always combine for great effect. Yeah.
a new sewing station. So that's one machine, and I can probably do this at the same time and probably recruit one additional worker.
Yeah, so this is all done on like a sewing station or the cloth.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yep.
I think we should actually do this, and it will be so much fun if you actually see me go bankrupt in this week.
You only live once, so yeah.
I think we will be.
I mean, it's 3K, it's not that bad. But you probably want more than one though to be a bit more.
But the thing is, they can do it at the same time as the other one. So.
So you're gonna have a recurring income, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So they're just going to do that at the same time. So I'm going to put this here, and we're going to order it, and then I'm going to do this, and now I can actually link all these.
I want to double click on the first one just to show off.
Yeah, so we can double click this one, and it will select
Bam.
all the nodes below it. We can also do like this fancy stuff. We can actually drag and with your mouse click and just release, and it will also select everything.
And if there were multiple things now, you would only link the one you actually click on. So
Yeah.
even if there's like an assembly thing here, and you marked everything, you would still link all the sewing station.
Yeah, exactly. And also you can do like, if you want to do this, and then you can hold shift, and then you can select more. You can hold control and select more. It's really flexible.
Yeah.
It saves time. So
Yeah, I've seen a few streams where people are planning like the car thing, which has 40, 50 operations. They one by one to the same station. It's like, we have a tool for this.
Yeah, please.
Please listen to me. We're trying to make your life better.
So
yeah, that's a tip. It speeds up the linking quite a bit if you use the multi-link feature, I guess we call it. Thing.
Exactly. It also states that in the help section.
And now, before I get a aneurysm, could you just switch to a single color of the hat for my sake, please?
Should we go with? Let's go with green.
There we are. Crazy Steve hat. Cool.
Yeah.
Thank
so
you.
I will do the amount of 10 that should be worked on simultaneously, and I'm going to probably recruit one more or two more. Let's do one more. Starters. Isabella Miller, welcome.
Yeah. We can rename the guys now, right? So maybe in salute to the guy doing tech checks here, we should name Oscar to Const instead.
Yeah.
This is a small tribute to Consti, last name Consti, Mr. Handy or something.
Mr. Handy.
There we are. Perfect. Not an old awkward name, but yeah, cool. Maybe we could nominate some people in the chat as well if someone throws in something fun later on.
Yes.
Well, let's see if we have any questions in chat. It's been a while since I checked that one. So Mobile question mark. Gonna look at it in the future. It's one of those things we can't just do easily. So it's been requested.
Yeah.
to put it mildly, but you know they request all platforms, so we're looking at it. Then inspiration. The mobile was actually I missed that one previous. Sorry, Dan. I didn't see a question there. Thanks. Oh, we have a 5th Viking in chat that's thanking us for the game. So we have a Viking on stream and we have one in chat. That's cool. There's a lot of information in the help section. Yeah, there is. Nice to get you find that too. But no real questions anymore, I think. Cool. We just ask ourselves what we're doing, and that's gonna sort it out, I think.
Yeah. So I'm actually thinking. I don't know if it's actually optimal, but I'm thinking about placing a large shelf over here.
We're using general zones as well, but that's okay in the beginning. You can basically do a pile in the middle somewhere, and it's gonna work out okay.
Yeah.
Zones is something that comes in later on, where when we need to be a lot more optimized, and you have a lot more spaces to cover.
Yeah.
I mean, you're even doing the standard size for pretty much everything until now, where you there we are. Cool.
Because I was noticing that the fancy hats are actually taking up quite the storage.
They are quite big for being just
so we have this as
Yeah.
backup.
Oh. Well, I would have trouble hiding my glee if you managed to bankrupt on this stream. Just because it was so much fun to see the chat exploding about us demoing the game and failing.
Yeah.
So I'm secretly rooting for it. So I'm gonna do everything I can to push you here. See how far we can get this.
The thing is that I actually made a mistake.
Ah!
Yay!
Hey!
I delivered the small shelf before the market update.
Oh no!
So
Okay, so that was small loss there, I guess.
Yeah, small loss.
Less income.
Receive a challenge, and it's a sandbox kit from Crazy Steve. Okay, so the problem here is that it's basically plastic production. I don't have any plastic machines, and we are only having like 6,700 cool monies, gnome monies, whatever you want to call it. So I think that's a bad idea. So we're actually going to grind these to the fancy hat and the small shelf for a while, because before I actually feel that it's possible to invest and to do that challenge properly. I think we would be able to do it, but it's risky.
Risk is fun. I say do it, because you have two projects in the running, so you should have income soon.
Yeah, but storage space is
you have to pass minus 5,000 anyway. Leave it on the edge.
Okay.
So come on. YOLO.
Let's do this.
Good. And you combine it right away. Cool.
Yeah.
So what's the price of the plastic machine, by the way? So we can actually.
I think we just.
You know it by heart anyway, so yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be the manual injection thing. It's just 2K.
That's fine, but the thing is that I want two, and then we have the assembly.
That's gonna be a bottleneck for you probably. Yeah.
But I think we will be fine. Let's just do it. How hard can this game be? Yeah, we're going to do this.
You can do another one.
What can go wrong, right?
This product, by the way, this one has my all-time favorite operation step, which is the assembly.
Yeah.
So we're gonna assemble the sandbox kit, and it's gonna be you take a bucket, you take a shovel, and then you put the shovel into the bucket, and that's the finished product. It's my all-time favorite. Such
because
a useful.
It all makes sense.
Yeah. And then you ship it, carrying it like this. It's just brilliant.
Yeah. So we're actually going to try this out. So I'm going to execute this.
I'm going to demand a zoom in when we do the assembly there, because it's just my favorite.
I'm going to repair this machine.
Oh, the control key trick here.
Yeah. To see the state.
Yep.
I'm going to repair these. And I'm
skip
going
the tutorial messages. We don't need those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to prioritize this project.
Oh.
And then we see the arrows rotating, saying that, okay, this is being changed. So here we have Sandbox Kit already up and running. So, but the problem is that we have only one plastic machine. So we want to speed it up.
And he looks like he's setting that thing up now. Yeah, so there's a config time for some machines as well.
Yeah, I'm hovering over that icon now. So what we want to do here is that we want to make this faster. So I will enable an overdrive mode.
Yep.
So it will work.
Crank it to 11, is it?
Yeah, crank it to 11. Exactly. So we will do that. And we hope for the best.
Yeah. Not buy another one just for the fun of it. I mean, they're just going to make a whole lot of shovels. I mean, you probably have to do that soon to even benefit from it, though. So
I think we will.
It's up to you.
Yeah. Let's do this. Now it even warned me that my funds are running low.
It was friendly of the game to tell you that you're about to fail.
I forgot about decorations.
Oh, right, yeah.
But it's all right.
I mean, you saw the small little note there with people complaining about the poor feng shui going on.
See, now it's starting to get interesting. Perhaps I should buy billboard. It's not that expensive. I will put these in as well.
Yeah.
All right. But for now, I will do this.
Still cash on hand.
It will be fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna see if they want to make questions while you're going at it. And this answered by chat before I get to it. That's cool. So that's, I mean, love having a small community where people actually help out. So that's always nice. With question if 200k is all right. 200k is quite a lot. Depends on where you're at, really. I mean, right now you would really want 200k though, I guess.
Yeah.
You are on 618. Feeling the pressure yet?
It's alright. And if I fail, I just walk away from the stream.
Yeah. Proper table toss, and it's gonna be me and Consti for the next.
Yeah. You actually can play the game.
Yeah.
Right,
I'm not sure how many hours I have in the game. I think I have 60 hours on the client only, but that doesn't count all the editor time, so it's probably several hundred something in the end. But I mean, we do weird things too, especially when I provoke you to it.
Yeah. So I was thinking like we're going to have these on fast forward because it's like the middle speed of the game.
So
it's quite comfortable because
a
I
bit
can
more
make
speed,
changes.
but not ludicrous speed. Cool. Could we zoom in on the epic shovel and bucket animation there? Just because it's just my. We have a bucket.
Let's see.
And we have a guy taking a break.
Look, he's on his way here.
He's on his way, yeah. Consti Mr. Handy is doing his thing.
Yeah. He's going to do the most awesome assembly operation.
Climbing over.
Yeah, see, I placed this sound so bad. Look at this.
I mean, you'd be amazed how complex this thing seems to be, because he's taking a shovel, putting in a bucket, and there's a whole lot of animation going on, and BAM! We're done. I like it.
Yeah. Oh, this is so bad. I feel so bad. Alright.
Yeah. At least you couldn't have them start stacking from the wall instead of,
Oh yeah.
Just that's a sort of hidden thing we have that not many have noticed in the game, where you can actually hit these little arrows and they will start stacking things in the zones from that direction. Yeah. So now all the next things coming up should be stacked as close to that side as possible. So you could see him there, putting it next to the door.
I feel bad.
And here that would be good because...
I feel bad already.
Oh, okay. And against the wall then, I guess?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Alright, people.
I would recommend an export zone, but you don't have any tech points.
No, I used it to buy the...
I mean, the sandbox kit is in the green now, so this is good. And you're not negative yet, so...
Yeah,
I mean...
and these are... Oh, I can actually split this up. Make it a bit faster.
As you're doing this is this one of those hidden little things that not many take notice of. As you move that process operation from that machine to the other one, there's a guy going there setting that machine up, because it needs a new mold, it needs some settings, and some machines have this sort of delay or extra time that you need to do. And that's something you really need to take in mind when you do big projects, because it might not always be a great idea to just put all your injection machines on the same billboard, because then they might just reshuffle the setting every other minute instead of making 50 of the same mold and then changing it.
Yeah, exactly.
So it might be smart to do some manual each operation when it comes to the injection stuff.
Yeah.
So you're not doing all of them just in a big bunch, because that's not really efficient, I think.
Yeah, so think about that when using the billboards and also when batching on a single machine.
It's all good on the workbench because they have no setup time.
Yeah.
So again, maybe if we show the icon in the planning mode, so they can detect that thing. Because I think you should see it on the injection. This is a shelf, so this might not.
That's because.
Right, it's one of those.
So
okay, cool.
I don't have, but we can probably show on.
Yeah, the good old rubber duck. Yeah. So that one.
I think so.
Maybe if you link.
So if I link it. Yeah.
That's the little one. Yeah. Reconfiguration will be done before this job. So that tells us that there's a downtime between each operation switch, so to speak. So that's something to keep in mind. It's a small little.
So now we actually received this wonderful message that everyone loves. You're close to bankruptcy, but we're fine. It should be no problem at all. So they're actually
the shelves are doing okay here. Just stacking up things.
Yeah. I would probably look at the market to see how the hats are doing. It might actually drop.
Could make just a few, I guess. Well, I mean, if you want to sell them right now. I'd sell them.
I would probably sell them when they're completed and make another 10.
High demand and high value is usually a short-lasting dream situation.
But I will wait a bit.
While you do that, I'm gonna see if what the chat is going on with here. You are triggering people with your zone placement, apparently.
Yeah, I moved that zone. I hope you're fine with it for now.
Needs to be more efficient. Yeah.
All right. So I think we're good right now. If I would do like more management here, I could like increase the priority of some machines if I felt like this is a bottleneck. Perhaps it was like too many saw operations, or I don't know. Then I could just increase the priority for those, and that would in return help us out and make it quicker.
Cool. So time to sell those hats, I guess.
I think so. I was thinking about doing it after this is completed, but I think we're still in the green, so we're just going to deliver it.
I think doesn't he just stack up behind the other truck in case this one?
Yeah. So but still, I don't. They're running. Yeah, but it's fine. I'm only concerned.
Yeah. Knit, and here comes the.
See, this is why I buy the upgrade.
The competence, the incompetence.
They're always falling. So while they are doing this, we can actually take a look around on the board here.
Do we have the super Easter egg in this one? The one that just one guy has found? I don't think we should spoil it, but can we see it somewhere?
Maybe.
That was a pleasant thing to just click around as you're waiting for the delivery of a truck, I guess.
I don't think we have it.
Well, I didn't see that one, so the best one is still hidden.
Yeah.
Oop. So, as we were staring at something else, they were done with the hats then, I guess. So it's time to deliver the sandbox thing. So
yes.
Pow. And
I'm going to make, at the same time, I'm going to plan this and make another 10. Yeah.
So how do you, asking you as a pro here, how do you prefer to game this? Do you prefer to have many small things running, or like huge projects which you just deliver as soon as it's done, or do you have a preferred style that you like doing?
The thing is that I actually enjoy changing up the things a bit. So last playthrough I did, I was focusing on like single machines and just building like small rooms and using overdrive a lot and see how well it actually worked out. And before that I actually made some machine rooms like with 4 simultaneous machines to a billboard and doing like mass production stuff. So it depends on how the market looks and also the challenges I'm getting.
So you adapt to the world basically.
Yeah. I adapt to the demand.
Well, that might actually be a pretty solid tip to don't get too hung up on like a pre-made strategy because the world might not adapt to you. It's more like the other way around. You have to adapt to what the market offers, and that's a neat little challenge with this game. You have to be on your toes and see how things are developing. And I think one of my favorite texts or research things is the market prediction thing, which we'll get to as soon as you unlock a bit more cash here.
Yeah.
Which lets you see things in the future, because then you can game the system a bit and you can see, okay, this one will rise later on, so I'm going to make it now and sell it in 2 cycles. And you guys got a bit more leeway and control, because just recently with the hats we had no idea what was going to happen with it. And I think there's a new cycle now, right?
Yeah.
So we can see if that was a good decision or a bad decision. And it was pretty much doesn't matter because it just it kept the same level.
I
mean, if it starts dropping, it's usually going to continue to keep the curve, so to speak.
We talked a bit about the bongos before, like it was a bad idea.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was a bad idea.
Yeah. So that one is expiring, so that means it's going to be, by the next market update, which was in 2 days, I think, that one's going to be gone. And there's going to be a new product that you can see if it's more suitable.
Now we can see the small shelf is actually spiking on the price right now. So
should make even more then.
Yeah, so we should continue with this one.
And it's not going to stage dive right away either, so it's going to be good to crank more of those out.
Yeah.
And 3K is, I mean, what's a proper machine costing, like a bandsaw thing?
I have to buy the wood production upgrade, and we just received another level for delivery.
Right.
So I'm
talking so much we don't notice when stuff is
hard
happening.
to talk and play at the same time.
Multitasking. I think I would go for machines now, though. I don't think zones is not really an issue yet. As soon as you do your first expansion, it's going to be hellish without proper zones. So I would probably start looking at buying a new proper machine and replace like a saw cut or
exactly
a milling station or something we do a lot of.
So we actually got a new market update, and a thing that people were complaining about was that they didn't receive enough challenges in the beginning. So we fixed that.
Yeah, that was the previous patch.
So we received new market updates.
And is there like a minimum now? How does that work?
Yeah, exactly. We guarantee it basically. So here we can see that we have a new one. And it's going to be, how convenient!
How convenient, the one we set up previously.
So I'm going to press create plan. It's going to jump to the plan we actually used before.
And now we can be smart here.
Yeah. So here, when I right click and go to link, I see that it's only linked to one machine. Because when I started the project, we only had one plastic injection machine.
Yep.
And I bought one additional one and then linked it to the billboard. So I should relink these.
Yeah, but this was the thing I was getting at earlier with the setup time. It might not be the best idea to link it to the billboard, because then it's going to split up the stuff between these 2 stations, and then they're going to shuffle the molds all the time.
Exactly. And
so maybe it's smarter to just...
And I want this color.
Yeah, because blue is cool.
Okay,
so one stack on one machine, so they just set up the mold once, and then the other stack on the other machine for the same reason. So then it's just going to be much more optimized and neat and tidy. Yeah. So billboards might not be the best idea for injection stuff in general.
So I made a mistake.
I mean.
But
these are 2 separate modes, So it's the bucket one and the shovel one. So this is a good move.
So I don't have to overdrive them. I feel like we're just going to prioritize this again.
Yeah. What's the drawback for overdrive? Just speaking of.
Well, the machine condition is lowered. Like it gets damaged faster.
Or something?
Yeah. Exactly. So it's getting damaged.
What's the dance going on in the background there? That was interesting. What's one of the ladies was going hula hooping or something.
Right. Cool. I think this will be fine. I'm actually going to hire...
Do we dare hire another one? Before you're going to hire a hauler? Okay, cool.
And I probably want to Let's think about this. I want to have the wood production, and I want to have storage materials.
I'm just gonna look at Konsti here and ask him what I'm getting German questions in the chat, and I have no idea what they're asking for.
I'll look, hold on.
He's just gonna have a quick translate from Christina there. Deutsch something.
Is this Facebook?
This would be on Facebook, yeah.
Yes. She's asking if the game's available in German.
In German, definitely in German, language and in Germany for sure. German is actually one of our most successful regions right now.
Yeah.
Germans love this thing, apparently.
Yeah.
Engineering is in the veins of them, I suppose. Right. So you got a hold of it pretty early on. I've been sort of recommending the community to, don't do that. Maybe you know something I don't, but it's always good to have when the truck arrives, because he's definitely, or she is definitely the best one for that sort of job and shuffling things in between all the jobs. And the neat little super stacking going on there too.
So,
but I tend to recommend throwing one of those in a bit later when you have like at least one more room and there's more transport going on.
Yeah, but the thing is, usually early game for me, I tend to change my zones a bit and link new machinery and stuff, and I want to do it at the same time as I'm doing other projects. And
There's
usually this guy
then,
actually helps out a lot when doing this. I'm not sure, it's not particularly optimized, but I still enjoy it. So.
And the haulers are much more cheaper than the operators.
Yeah,
right? I can't recall exactly what the number is, but it's...
they are cheaper.
Yeah, so 100 a day and 100 recruitment fee compared to 150. That wasn't as extreme as I recall it, but they are cheaper.
Yeah, but it will also change depending on what upgrade you.
Right, yeah. So you can actually boost them later.
I can't go there.
You can't go for the cool stuff yet. Oh. I mean, depending on how long we game, you might get there.
Maybe.
Let's see if we have any more questions.
Is
there anything else that I want to?
For now.
Toxic Slam wants us to zoom in on the coffee bubbles. Is this kind of an internal joke or a meme by now, or what's the thing with coffee bubbles?
I don't know. Maybe it was.
I think I mean a cup by the one next to the factory. If we have a coffee cup somewhere, like the decoration thing.
Maybe.
Do we see one somewhere here?
Oh, yeah.
There we are. Zoom in on the bubbles. What's up with the bubbles?
I don't know. Nothing.
Is it? There's a reflection and stuff. Yeah.
Look
at the bubbles. Oh, actually, there's a reflection in the small ones as well. Right. Cool. I get what. Yeah. So this is our one of our art guys, Joel. This is his attention to detail. The bubbles have to have reflections, otherwise it's just can't do it.
It's not proper.
Has to be proper. Yeah. So.
It's great that we have this book because we actually made that contract.
Yeah. How to carve a gnome. Yeah. By Crazy Steve.
All right.
It's another book with computers or something. I can't recall exactly what it says. But
So, what I will do after we have completed the sandbox kit and also these smart shelves is that I will sell these machines and replace them with some new machinery. I think.
You think you're gonna afford all of them?
I'm going to afford.
If you sell, you might afford.
Yeah,
two
I
of
will.
them.
I will sell the workstations along with the reward for the delivery of the sandbox kits and also the smart shelves. And I think we would be good to go to actually buy a circle saw and probably a stick saw, or if I should do all the work on a bandsaw.
No. Yeah, so the bandsaw is a bit more flexible.
Yeah.
You can do both straight and shape cuts.
Yeah.
But it's not as cool
circle.
when it comes to the straight stuff as the circle saw.
Yeah.
So that's,
but it's a really flexible machine. So if you have like a bottleneck, it's really nice to actually turn some of the jobs to this machine, link it to this machine instead.
I just dump it on something.
Yeah. It's like.
Could you just in this could you open up the plastic injection thing just while we're going around? Just hover over the plastic machine.
Sure.
Got it.
I think like this or on the actual.
I was just checking the detail there. But okay, so that's 100% one. Cool. And you own two, so that's nice.
Yeah.
No.
Right, so I'm thinking about...
We're definitely in the green for the sandbox kit thing, so that's good.
Yeah.
Yep. There's a scissor action going on straight next to my face there. Whoa.
So our workers actually gain ranks by working, obviously.
Yeah.
So these guys are getting experience when they're working, like doing operations.
Constantly Mr. Handy is the pro right now.
Yeah.
It's the all-time high.
Yeah. And the haulers gain experience for lifting stuff and running through the factory, moving objects basically.
How about we, Isla, how about we rename that one to Christina McFox, just to include the chat database. So Christina,
Oh no.
yeah, mark it. Christina McFox.
Like this?
There we are, McFox, cool. There's no limitation on spaces on the names, is there? Consti has spaces, so that was
Yeah, but I don't know.
maybe it's the region now.
Ah!
It's the stress getting to you.
There's no
Hitting the
stress.
space, but no, there's not.
There's no stress when we're visiting Germany.
No. So yeah, this stream was quite a spontaneous thing. We were here visiting our publisher. We are in Germany now.
Yeah.
And they set up a handy little ambush for us. So I thought, okay, guys, hop on the stream and enjoy. So, sure, we're doing a stream today, I guess.
It all started with a wrong turn in the car in Sweden. And
Yeah. And we ended up here, you know. It's what happens. But it's fun to be here and meet all the guys and give Consti a pat on the back for doing nice streams early on and so on. So, cool to hang out with the guys and meet the crew.
Yeah.
And here comes Crazy Steve to get more of his green
Or
hats.
is it Crazy
no,
Steve?
No,
It's not Crazy Steve.
and he's not even
This
getting
is-
hats, he's getting the buckets. Alright, yeah, that's his thing. That's an interesting roundabout move going on there. Yeah, I think the next research point is gonna have to be zones, I think, because
Yeah, I
we
actually
might be
bought it.
cause it's... Oh, cool.
Because I gained 2 levels before.
I was busy looking at something else, perhaps.
So I'm thinking like what I should do. Because I want to change these machines first before.
I probably wouldn't go for an expansion now,
No.
because it's gonna be a bit pricey.
Yeah.
If you just... Oh, actually, we haven't even unlocked those yet, have we? Or did you do that as well when I didn't? Oh, yeah, 2 points left, yeah.
What I didn't notice before was that Svekia actually called.
Ah,
But I'm not sure I want to make this yet. I want to buy the new machinery first.
yeah, it's gonna be... I mean, the challenges, the client challenges are always on a deadline.
Yeah.
And they ramp up quite a bit eventually. So I wouldn't risk doing a client thing on just manual workstations, except for like in gnomes in the beginning. That's kind of foolproof.
Yeah. How
But beyond
convenient
that-
that we actually received this tip.
They're trying to tell you to stop doing the manual labor thing.
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
some machines.
I know.
Yeah?
God damn it.
I'm trying to.
Okay, so we can still continue making these ones, so we will do that.
Yeah. It's a safe
and when
bet
the
to see us make
small
more.
shelf is done, we will buy the new machinery.
How's the break room holding up? You're still just 4 guys, so that should be
Yeah,
good, right?
I think we're
You can see the amount of coffee coming in and how much they drink. And yeah, we use the coffee symbol for all break room things. So
Yeah.
some we just saw symbolized by coffee as well. That's a neat little shortcut down there too. Yeah.
all right. I'm going to speed this
So yeah,
up.
if anyone in chat or watching the stream right now has any questions, feel free to just write it up in the whichever stream you're looking at. We have several online right now, so we can see all your stuff coming in now. I can try to answer as best as I can. Let you know, guys know how we did this or why we did it and so on too. Just fire your questions away and we'll answer best we can. I'll try not to be too much of a politician when it comes to requests and that sort of thing, but you know.
We're actually nice guys.
Actually, we're nice guys. We're not as bad as we come across, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. Yeah. Well.
So I marked these two woodworking stations to actually sell them. So we get.
And you sold them. You didn't just disassemble. You
Yeah,
properly sold them.
I muscle memory.
Yeah.
They're being sold. So yeah.
Goodbye. Sweet box.
So this will bump us up to above 10k. So I want a circle saw.
No. So do you know by heart which we do have one shape thing and mostly straight, right?
Yeah. So I want these two. I could probably buy two of those, but it's too expensive. So for now, I'm going to
go
for one circle saw and
one of each. Then, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And also, this will put me in a 0 mood. So if I would actually buy more machines, I will probably drop below that, and that would then mean that the workers are actually draining more energy inside of this room.
The thing with mood is also it can be beneficial to go above 0 as well.
Yeah.
Because a good mood basically makes them work more or less, or rather for a longer or shorter time. Because if you throw them into a horrible room, which is just like a machine hall filled with noise and misery, they won't last long in that. They just feel like, yeah, this is it, I'm having a coffee, I don't want to work here anymore. And on the opposite end, if you have a really neat and nice room, they don't mind hanging out for a bit more and just, work a bit more in there. So it's not just because it's pretty, it's because efficiency. Having people work more is also key thing there.
So I'm actually going to...
Let's gonna see if we... So I got a question from Toxic Slam. What is your favorite product in the game? Mine it's like an inside joke with the doghouse, which makes it a favorite for me. There's a bit of a story behind that. Do you have another one?
I love the doghouse.
The doghouse too.
Okay, so we had like an original doghouse.
Yeah.
This was known internally for all the testers that helped us out in the game, like the number one product that actually make people game over or go bankrupt.
Yeah, we ruined a lot of factors with the doghouse thing because it was just way too difficult. We didn't really mind some of the details of that product, so you had like 4 assemblies in a row with an insane amount of planks. So we ruined a lot of careers with that one.
So we tried to make a proper doghouse, like with all the bits and pieces. Yeah. And then we realized, okay, you need like 20 circle saws and whatever. It's just
there was a lot of sewing in that one.
Yeah, it completely
seemingly each
destroyed
doghouse
the
turned into like the most difficult product in the game, except for like the robots or the cars in the end. So yeah, that's we just love seeing the doghouse mentioned somewhere because it reminds us of the silly way that thing came about and how we had to fix it.
Yeah, exactly. So we actually made the tutorial product, which is the doggo house, which is super simple and it's like a really small one.
Like a retribution for ruining people's careers. We
had
the tutorial.
Being sad.
I mean, that's also one of those things where the game grows on you. We started out trying to be relatively realistic, I guess, with really proper operations. You had all the little bits and all the things, and eventually you just realize that, I mean, this is fine and proper, but it's not really fun. Is it really fun to count all the little pegs and all the little planks and so on? And not really. So the further along we came in the product, the more and more symbolic things went. And we think the core idea is still there. You still have the operation types, you have the logistics in general, and you have this, I mean, reasonable deep gameplay with complexity and so on. Yeah. But it doesn't have to get too nitpicky and tedious as it was sometimes. No. I mean, the doghouse and what we have as advanced products now were like the medium back in the day, and that was just, I mean, it was pain just opening the car product for the first time because it was more things to tweak than was entertaining at all. So it's one of those things that changed as the product went along when we focus on the fun rather than what's accurate.
So I'm going to actually, I changed this zone. So it was generally first general storage. Now I'm going to change it to a workstation input zone. This gives me the possibility to link this zone to the workstations which I want to be the circle saw and the stick saw.
Mm.
So what will happen now when we continue making shelves is that I will put all the raw materials over here so they can easily pick it up and work it on these machines. So I'm going to jump in for the challenge contract, small shelves for the Svekia customer or client even. So we're going to create plan and see, this is so nice, it remembers me.
I have questions for your planning style, but okay, cool. It remembers you.
Yeah, but I
you can remove them just by
that.
right-clicking on the nodes as well, I think. The corner things, I mean.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I can. So I deleted those because, we're getting some OCD here. So I'm going to
beware the OCD.
Change this to the cheapest material. So as you can see, we have different prices for different type of materials. They all have different types of attributes. So when you continue to progress in the game, you can actually choose if you have like a good production line and there are some metal pieces in there. You can actually choose like some of the more expensive materials because you don't want to buy that specific machine. And so that will help out if you choose to do so.
Yeah.
But we will link these ones now to the new machinery, and we are good to go.
Alright. So now with your much more efficient thing and the priority on top of that, we should see a big difference in the delivery time of that one. And that's a challenge as well, so that's why we want to be really quick on the feet on that one.
So I want to like encourage the players to actually try these challenges out, the unlock contracts as we call them, the first contract that I actually provide, because these are only to show you what the first product is, and it's not very picky on the attributes demand or requirements. So it doesn't get the feel for it, so you know what you're up against.
That sort of gives you the general idea of what this client is about as well, exactly. Even if it's a little bit easier. So that's Svekia, there's going to be a lot of furniture. And once you get into the other clients, they're going to show you a softball the first try. So you can try something which is down the line of products, and then it's going to ramp up. And you're going to eventually get urgent contracts and special contracts and all sorts of stuff coming at you. So that's the challenge-oriented stuff, literally called challenges, which are on deadline and a good reward, and for the people who like to min-max and beat the game, I guess.
Yeah.
And then there's the open market for everyone, where you can just at your own pace do little things, and you can game that system and min-max quite a bit as well. Yeah. But it's more of a casual thing, which everyone should be able to do. And I mean, sorry to interrupt you, but just looking at that green graph there, I'd say the machines are doing their thing.
Yeah, exactly. That was exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, we're up to.
And again,
4 days. Yeah,
we are very generous on the first contract deadline, just to give people a sense of what are the machines they're working on, how do they look, and how does it work, so you get a feel of it. All right, this looks pretty good.
From Patel Louis, please add some fight. Do you mean like the workers fighting each other, or what's the idea here?
Start fighting.
I mean, the work environment is hazardous enough as it is, so might not want to add fights as well. Yeah. But yeah, you already have to fight rats and molds. So yeah, true enough. We it is a hostile work environment at times. We haven't actually triggered all the events and all the madness that can come later on.
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of the events, this is one of those features that we noticed really early on that not everyone loved or enjoyed. So there is actually an option for that thing. Yeah. If you don't like the more what's it called? Sort of struggling with word here, minigame things, or the click on the things in the wall and the sort of quirky aspect of the game. You can turn those off and go for more serious business simulation thing only. So that's the mode we have in the options. I don't think you can see it on stream because we have a neat little label up top on the right, but it's up on the options menu there. You can go to gameplay, and then you have the serious business mode right there.
Yeah.
And the new hide walls things for those who want to hide all the walls right away rather than have this circle
spherical thing.
Might as well try the wall thing. I haven't really played much with that. I liked the circle thing.
Now look in the background. I will see.
You can see go live. Cool.
Yeah.
I haven't actually seen that one. There we are.
We can play around.
Yeah.
With
So this is. It's not as nice.
No.
But it's.
We can play
tidy.
around with this.
Yeah.
So they know. Okay. So we really made the deadline. So we're going.
Yeah, easily. That wasn't even a challenge.
Just an introduction to the customer. Alright. And then we can see that it's a new truck. It's the Svekia truck, and we have a new trucker as well.
There we go. It's going too fast. No, I just saw the back of him. Well, they are efficient, you know.
Yeah.
Open the gate, let them carry it in, take off.
Alright, so let's see what we can do. I know.
The bongos. Now, since you are a drummer, bongos and bongo, is there a story here? Is it?
Well,
can you have one bongo, or do you need several bongos?
This is just one bongo.
Bongo.
But there are different kind of bongos. But I think that we actually need a glue station for this, and I'm not sure that we can make it. Probably, yeah. Let's just do it.
Yeah, as always, you can always plan it and see how mad it is. It looks like you need to glue or you can do the plastic one, I think.
At this.
Yeah, no need for a new station, just. And here's the choice: should you put it on one machine, or are you using the other ones for anything?
No, not
might as well do a split then.
Just go all out. Now we need to buy.
Oh, that's glue by the end. Sorry. Okay.
Glue station, and we will do that here. I thought. Oh no. Oh god damn it.
And now we run out of space. Which segues into building. No. Might do that in a moment when you finally give up, but it should be fine though. This is, you can just shuffle things around a bit and it should be okay. Put the cactus on the other end, and keyword in the company is should.
Yeah.
There we are.
So we will do that.
Getting a mild OCD trigger here because the billboard is on the opposite end of the machines it's connected to, but
it's alright.
It's okay.
Calm down.
It's gonna be alright. You can deliver the hats, it seems. Yeah. Might as well.
And we great. Another 10.
Yeah, you can make 52 of those. If you
don't
think.
Dare to.
I mean, if you think it is still quite high up. Do you think we would get back enough cash by building another sewing station later, just to crank out more?
Probably when we have.
Need space though, yeah.
Yeah, we need more space. But we are going to buy the glue station. I probably want to put it here. We can have this place reserved for something else.
You're gonna trap the poor plant. Is that nice?
But the plant is helping us, killing all the flies.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's do that.
The lonely Carl in the corner there.
Then we are going to go here.
And the bongos. While you have a look there, I'll see if there's any questions in chat. Not going to show Simon my test factory where all the billboards are in the separate room. Yeah, I've seen some of these things. I'm not gonna say I'm upset, but I'm just. I don't like it, but it's okay. It's okay.
I'm not angry, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not angry, I'm disappointed. Which is somehow even worse.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty crazy setups in the game. We did not expect players to play this game for so many hours and so long past the final milestone. You're essentially going for free mode and just going on for the fun of it.
Yeah.
And we've seen a few factories with like 1,000 days in. They're making 150 robots each day and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And their pieces kind of melt down as they do it because we never intended it to be that big, but it's It's been a lot of checking out these screenshot channels and all the stuff you guys are sharing. So just keep them coming. Keep shocking us with your weird and fantastic factories.
Yeah.
It's always fun to see what the community is up to. Just gonna have a gander over to Consti. Consti, how long do you think we should keep going at? We're having fun, so.
I would say let's go for another half hour-ish.
Half an hour,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
So do we have like a?
If you have that in you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
We have a chat, we have drinks, we have good company. Everything is cool. We can just go on.
So I noticed this is probably a bottleneck. It's the last process, so I will actually go ahead and overdrive this one. And also increase the priority a bit.
Bottleneck for the last step might be.
Yeah.
But yeah, it needs to go quicker, I guess.
So when you enter overdrive, all the machines and workstations actually start vibrating.
It's really subtle. No, actually not that subtle when you look from this angle. Yeah, we got a few funny bug reports about that thing where, okay, I guess this weird screen jittery thing going on in my machines. Yeah, that's probably you doing overdrive permanently, which is not a good idea. Speaking of, if you put a machine on overdrive, it should be a temporary thing just to get by with the like a bottleneck right now or to meet a challenge. If you have a machine permanently on overdrive, you're probably wasting time in the long run because you have to service that thing much more often and quickly.
So overdrive is really cool when you're actually having like these smaller rooms with dedicated like only one or two machines, because then you can start optimizing them and using the overdrive really well. But like building 4 machines of the same type and having like small machine halls, it starts to get a bit weird and hard. So so this is what I like to do, is actually have one of each machine, maybe fiddle around a bit with overdrive, see what I need to optimize, perhaps buy one more machine if it's a bottleneck, and try to work around as good as possible.
Cool, yeah.
And here we have the Ferbs ranking. So you will see your factory down here. So we actually see where we're at. And you can sort this by your factory net worth or revenue or profit per hour. So we actually have some objectives later in the game that you actually have to rank up and be somewhere with the big guys here.
Yeah, up to ABC and Parabellum and all those cool guys. One of the feedbacks we've gotten on that is there's a stage mid-game, sort of late game-ish, when we sort of force or encourage players to get a revenue up. And the whole idea there is you need to start making more stuff simultaneously and expand your business, because you can get quite far by perhaps not even getting many more plots or expanding that much. But if you want to make enough money to beat some of the goals, you're gonna have to do more projects at the same time and sort of focus on cranking out even more stuff than you can just to get by. Because intentionally, this game is not about keeping afloat once you've sort of figured out the core mechanics and you're in the mid game. It's more about challenging you to do more things. So you can be pretty relaxed when you play this and you figure it out. So you don't have to do the milestone things.
No.
But if you do, that's more for the people who want to test and see how far they can go and how cool of an achievement they can get in the long run there.
Yeah. That being said, you will now notice that we are going to complete a milestone. And the whole milestone set for the bonus
because
category.
you're delivering the final.
Yeah, and I think I will gain a level.
Yeah.
I'm just guessing here. Yeah, I'm calculating in my head.
So what would be a good break-off point there? Would it be a new milestone and maybe do your first expansion and reshuffle things a bit?
I was just watching the how many tech points we actually have. So we're going to.
You can actually do that now. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, we're going to buy the construction tools. Yeah, look.
Ta-da!
It's like I know this game.
Probably too well, to be honest. Yeah.
So when you complete the milestone, you're also receiving some more points because you're unlocking a lot of stuff. So we wanted the player to actually have some points going into it and actually gaining some more as a reward. So you actually have some cool things to spend on.
That's never fun in a game when you unlock lots of new cool stuff, but you can't actually afford anything.
Yeah.
So we actually guarantee that when you get a new milestone, we always give you a few points so you can unlock something. Yeah. Because the opposite is just no fun. Look at all the things you can't afford. So you can just
So now I'm going to do exactly what I told before. I'm going to buy this upgrade first because I'm the one playing.
Yeah.
And we are going to buy the construction tools.
And the market prediction thing because I want to.
Yeah, the market prediction thing. But someone is calling. Yeah, of course it's Blood. Yeah.
My fan favorites.
I've beaten you so many times. Go away.
So that would be the good old Nemesis guy.
Yeah, that's the Nemesis.
As you reach this milestone, he starts giving you trouble in some small and some big ways.
Yeah, and he's also top of the food chain here.
Yeah. Apex predator, all that.
So, we bought the construction tools and we also bought the anti-slip boots. So, we're going to buy the market prediction. So, basically, we're going to show you right now.
And this will be my favorite. Yeah, we spoke about way earlier.
We jump in here. We can see the small shelf. We see the historical changes here over the time. And we see the price per unit here. And we see the demand. So
the question is this going to keep going straight down to misery or will it rebound?
Yeah. So,
and that was the small shelf thing. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So we are going to buy market prediction, and we will see what the future tells us.
What is suit saying in the game? And not good news.
Not really.
Might not want to focus more on the shelves, especially when it comes to the value bit.
Yeah. But we got new machinery, and also the market has updated, and we noticed that we have more smiley faces here, which we indicate as recommended product. So we will actually take a look at these skis over here.
And now you can see you got this. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
I think. Oh, actually, compared to the other one, maybe that's. It starts off high, but it's actually okay too. Yeah.
I'm thinking here because we have we have different type of attribute requirements. So we have 11 durability and 5 style on these ones, and we have 12 durability and 4 style on these ones. So I'm thinking about actually making one of these and have like a more expensive material, because that would probably bump us up like over the required attributes for both. So we can actually deliver to both of these on the market.
I mean, if you make 31 plus 33, that's going to be 64. If you make more than 64 units, I'll be impressed. So it should be okay for the next couple of cycles.
But it's just for covering up in the future, so we can keep the production going all the time.
This is, by the way, speaking of this is something we have for the basic category. I don't think we have it for the medium and the advanced, the recommended thing. So that's something for newcomers to look at. Smiley face is good.
Yeah.
Pink thing and exclamation marks, not good.
Yeah.
Just a quick tip there. So that's another product. The exclamation point is something that's going to disappear soon.
Yeah.
When it disappears, there's a new thing popping up. So those are the small icons going on there.
So we are now on the silver milestone. We have new objectives to do if we choose to do so. We also unlocked a new market category. So here's the medium. And because we bought the tech upgrade for wood production, we can make these from the...
Alright, so some of them are locked because you haven't got the proper tech for it, right?
Yeah, exactly. So you can hover over that and you will get a message telling you what you actually need to plant these products.
Cool.
This is the same for the clients.
Yes, you can see how you unlock those, yeah.
So that way you can see what you need to do to actually unlock them.
So the Bros and Biceps, the Mozzarella and the Inco Ink. Yeah. They are, would it be fair to say they are in order of difficulty, or is it just different rather than difficult?
I would say they're actually in order of difficulty.
Yeah, so Ink Ink is robots and funky high-tech stuff.
Yeah.
Mozzarella is sports and vehicles and that
Yeah.
sort of thing. Well, actually more vehicles. Sports is sports and biceps. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So like bicycles and training gear and like I can see that there are skis there and a bob.
Yeah. I love how we got absolutely sidetracked from making an expansion, by the way. So we've been sort of fooled by our own game to just keep playing. We were supposed to make like a small expansion and just
and it's
optimize
even,
something. Yeah,
it's even blinking.
yeah, I'm waiting for us to do something.
Okay, so
Notice me. You wanted to do something.
we are going to do like this. I'm going to expand these 2 rooms.
Yep.
That's
That's a good point to show the how to just expand an existing room as well.
Yeah.
So you
yeah,
can
I
do
was
that one.
thinking
Yeah.
about that.
Bonk, all the way up to the
This,
fence.
and
because-
also this one.
There we are.
And then we're going to remove the old wall.
Yeah. So just
Simple click.
So if you hover over the exclamation point, you get like a tip of what's wrong. So it's enclosed. You can't make, as much as people like doing the Sims thing and closing people in, we don't like that. So you need to have a way to another room or a way outside from each room. So you can't actually approve having a weird enclosed space. So you always have to open it up somehow. And now we just remove the existing wall as the same construction plan. And
Yeah.
then order and whoopie-doo. And this is the sort of work that you probably don't want to hand to your regular employees. So you get the pros show up here on a neat and tidy line. Might even suspect these guys are Germans, I guess. And yeah, they just go at it, hammering away.
Yeah. Oh,
Working in the behind the walls there. Oh. Let's see if we have any more questions for the chat here. Who are those beautiful 2 developers there? Oh, this would be Yuka or Joakim, the Lost Viking from the north. I would be Simon, also known as Poly1 on the forums. So we're just visiting Germany here and hanging out and showing the game to you guys.
Making
So,
a spontaneous
fine to be here.
stream.
Yep. Oh yeah, some more questions. What about the game mechanic where products are recalled? So you mean, that's a question from Jason J. Do you mean like you deliver something and then they complain about it, or something's wrong with something you did? So you might have to fix them. It happens in reality a bit too often, perhaps. But yeah, sounds like an interesting thing. It's nothing we have in the game now, but it's a cool thought. Something to spend time on when we discuss what to do next with the game and so on.
Depending on what the person means, maybe we could elaborate the question a bit.
Yeah. So feel free to throw in more what you thought there, Jason. We're not forced off the channel quite yet, so we're gonna be here for a little longer.
Yeah. So we're expanding the room. The builders are doing the work to actually place the floor tiles over here.
I admire the work ethic when they keep working in the same room as the construction crew. I mean, that's dedication.
Yeah.
Don't mind me, I'm just knocking down a wall right next to your sewing station.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. I'm sure all the dust and all the mess is okay.
So.
Speaking of dedication, they don't go home either, so
No.
these are some top-notch workers.
So after you complete a milestone, you will receive new decoration objects, which has more comfort, which will actually help
Right,
you
yeah,
out.
we are called
So we
bachelors.
can
yeah.
start replacing some of them if we want to.
And these have generally better stats as well,
Yeah.
so they are not just different, they are actually cooler. You have the questionably powered fan with a diesel engine on top of it or something. Have a good old water cooler and the basic stuff, yeah.
Yeah. So let's see what we can make here. I wanted to do these, right? I'm thinking maybe I should move the machines first. Whatever. Improvise. Let's see. Okay, we need 2 new machines. This is not good. I won't be able to.
So you're going to
focus.
metal now, that's gonna be...
Nah,
might be a bit of a pass, yeah.
See,
And the other one is that the same?
You recommend that to me when I have the money.
Yeah. So it's not. It's relatively simple if you have metal, then I guess. Yeah.
So we will actually look at the Orcish multi-tool.
Yeah, that one of the two awesome. And as you can see, you have two similar products here, but they have different markets.
But this is one of the most simple ones, so...
that's like a stick with nails in it.
Yeah.
So.
But we can actually buy the lathe.
Ah, right, cool.
We can afford it, so we're going to do that.
And this, speaking of favorites, this is actually my favorite machine, or one of them, because it's one of the few models that I made back in the day when we made the prototypes. So, if you ever see the lathe in the game, or I think it's the band, so know that I feel proud about you. I've even seen those because it's just one of the very, very few things still left in that I made personally.
So.
Yeah.
This will look really ugly, but I'm just going to make this work for now and do stuff while everything is up and
Might as well link it to the other one as well, though. Okay. You can have different types.
I wanted a different one for this one.
Oh, yeah. Never mind, that's a flower box. Could you link the machine
to the flower box?
Maybe it's time to turn off the steam. Maybe we're getting tired or something. Or maybe it's just me. You are focused, so I'm just gonna let you do the talking now. And see if chat wants more. Doing great there, Dankeschön, so on. I vote for a minigame where purple plant guy starts eating the workers and you have to save them. That might be my favorite suggestion so far. Yeah. I have no idea how long time that would take, and I suspect people will get less plants if we added that. But that's a good idea. I'll put it that way, it's a cool idea. What did motivate you guys to do a factory type of game? Yeah, I answered that in the beginning of the stream, but it basically was, we like the genre and this games in general, but it's I used to work with visualization for this sort of company or for this engineering in general, so it's always been a sort of wish or an idea of mine to get this stuff out to people who otherwise wouldn't see it and show them how this sort of thing could be fun, entertaining and intriguing to work with. You are getting quite a few error messages right now.
I'm thinking, keep talking, I'm going to solve this.
Okay, so are we gonna end on a flurry of bankruptcy here with minus 212?
We're fine.
We're fine, okay. That would be...
But this is not fine.
Are they not emptying the thing? No, he's going there.
I was being cocky.
Oh, 50!
Yeah.
Oh dear. I did not see the...
Abort! No, we'll be fine.
Let's play the game right here. 50 Orcish multi-tools. And now the trucker is pissed, so...
Yeah, no problem.
No problem.
We can fix this. Okay.
Yeah, that's not good.
Cool.
I mean, don't anger the truck driver. This always happens if you anger the truck driver and don't empty it soon enough.
Don't be angry.
Yeah. The calm corner, that's the name for the loading bay. Be angry. Yeah. So yeah, that's what happens if you don't unload fast enough or you take on a insane 50 product challenge.
But I think we will be
Is
good.
that for the open market?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you might be able to save yourself before this is going off the rails.
What people don't know about that we actually want to mention is that as you see here, we have 4 completed fancy hats, so we can actually deliver 4 now if we want to.
For the
but
open
the
market,
project
yes,
is for a total amount of 10. Just to show you how it works.
So, I mean, we can even see is the price going up or down, because then it might always be a good idea to just get rid of them. But now it's actually, if we can hold on to them, that would be good.
Yeah.
Because the price is going up just a little bit then.
Yeah, but if we're running out of storage space and I work on the Orcish multi-tool, we can always sell every here and there if we need to. So.
She's a unit though. Yeah, the truck driver is. I mean, imagine the biceps on that woman just going. Yeah. She shocked like 40 logs through the roof, out through the factory. That's impressive to be honest.
Yeah. So let's speed this up a bit.
Try what's it called? Discus? Discus in English? Yeah. Disc throwing, I guess. hurling things as a sport. Yeah. Just zoom in on the lathe thing there just for my personal ego so I can see that thing actually working. Oh, would you look at that? That's some
It don't
proper...
make sense that this small log is actually turning out to be this big.
Don't get hung up on the details now.
Okay.
This is the last joy I have in the game, where it's one of the models I made. What are those? Yeah, those are the nails.
Yeah, it's totally safe.
I mean, again, it's a safe work environment in this factory. It's just, except for the carnivorous plants, the total disregard for placement. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure the fumes from the machines are cool as well. They just don't mind the pale skin of all the workers and the weird dedication they have. Cool. Well, it looks like you're actually gonna make it through here, so I don't think we're gonna have the finish where we were hoping for, where you would go bankrupt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I'm just gonna send out a ping for a last round of questions. If you guys have anything you want to ask before we wrap this up.
Yeah.
We were going at it for. Oh, are we up to 1.5 hours ish? Yeah, we got stuck on our own game. That's always a good sign, I guess. But send us your last question. I'll do a final round before we wrap this thing up, and Yuka does his best not to crash this.
I'm doing all the fun stuff.
Fruitful. Yeah, just speed run the plants now. Yeah.
That's
Going
right.
full on ninja on this thing here. Schmack.
This is a really bad idea. Let's go.
Yep. Genius. Let's see. So Jason J continued on the question he had earlier with. All right, I see, Jason. Thanks for the clarification. Yeah, it sounds like a fun idea. We'll think about it. we'll see what we can do. I think it's one of those cool things that might be hard to get in there, but cool idea. What can we look forward to for the near future in updates? Well, we're gonna drop something. I'm just gonna say soon.
Yeah.
Christmassy-ish.
Yeah.
We would like to keep it on wraps because it's just more fun that way. But we are definitely listening to all the feedback and the things you guys write on the forums. We try to be active there and reply to all of your ideas and so on. So we are working on some polished things and maybe some new things, and there's something coming in the near future. And some of them are quite frequently requested. So I'm hoping I'm gonna be the bearer of good news here soon.
Yeah.
With
We want to
patch
tell you
notes.
all the good stuff, but it's too soon.
Yeah. Under promise and over deliver is kind of a mantra, I guess. But things coming soon. That's also one reason we're here today, actually, is to discuss with our beloved publisher Handy Games, who's been doing a terrific job just pushing this game and showing it everywhere.
Yeah.
To see what we want to do and what we can do in the future, and where we should take this whole game in the future. So it's been a fun few days here.
All right.
Alright, cool. So let's see if we have any final questions before we top this off. Honestly, do you have any more channels than I have, or some weird thing? Nope. So let's just see. Do you have like a cool finish finale thing we can do?
I don't know. I started making video games. Is that not cool enough?
Speedrunning video games. Looks suspiciously much like one I know. Yeah.
Do you guys want to greet somebody now that you're live on?
Greet somebody. I mean, hi, Mom. I mean, a big shout out to the rest of the team, which I'm hoping or assuming they are watching right now. It's been
in panic.
Now, are you streaming today? Was the question earlier. But I mean, the guys have done a terrific job. So all props to the rest of the team. We're 7 of the team. This is just 2 of us. So the other guys have been doing a terrific job at the office and with the bugs and the updates and all the art and everything. So mad props to the team, I think.
Yeah.
Guys. Hope you guys are watching and enjoying it. And again, thanks to Handy Games for taking good care of us with the launch and everything. So yeah, I think that's a good moment to wrap this up.
Yeah.
We have this cool. I think we have like It's been fun playing, guys. It's this has been a little big workshop, and here's
Can I
Consti
sneak in?
coming,
Can I
doing
sneak
the.
in real quick?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by and answering all our questions and showing off your game.
Yeah, it's been fun being here. It's a bit of a spontaneous hop on the stream and do your thing. It's like, sure.
Yeah, it was.
What
kind of
could go
spontaneous,
wrong?
But that's what could go wrong. Like, those are the plans that work out most often, don't they?
Yeah.
Spontaneous ones. Right. Cool.
Cool.
Make sure to follow Mirage Game Studios on Twitter and Facebook, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the social media.
Don't ask me for the links by heart now.
Yeah,
you'll find us.
You'll
It's
find
quite
us,
easy.
you'll find them. And stay put for more streams in the future. And thank you all for stopping by. It's been a blast.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Cool.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you, guys.
Take care, guys.
Bye.